imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, no, I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, what a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. Yes, but what a shame the poor groom's bride is a whore. I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of voice and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of, well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne. Oh, well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne, pour the champagne. I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of voice and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of? Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, no, I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, what a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. But what a shame the poor groom's bride is a whore. I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of voice and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of, well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne. Oh, well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne, pour the champagne.
Right?
I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of voice and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of voice and rationality. Haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of voice and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of voice and rationality.
I'll listen to the whole song, but one more time. Just for the people that just joined. Just the beginning. Just the beginning, because it means so much. This is for you, Jen. If you didn't already get that.
Oh, well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, no, I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, what a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. But what a shame the poor groom's bride is a whore. I chime in with a haven't you been.
All right. Sorry, it's just I had to. First of all, I love that fucking song. How is everyone doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. With AMZ, how are you guys doing? So I have a couple of weeks off because I got that job that I wanted and I put in my 2 weeks, but the place I was at is very renowned for letting people just leave the day they give their notice, which I was kind of hoping for. So that's why I was exhausting like time off and sick pay. Still have a lot of vacation pay that I'm getting paid for. So 2-week vacation is a-okay with me. But I'm really excited to be going to another company, a competitor, doing a better position. And now people won't know what company I work for, which is also an added benefit. So I also have 2 weeks of crate training Lola, even though she's doing pretty good in the crate. Like she does bark if she's in there too long. Yes, thank you. It is definitely, it's like a promotion as far as position. With a tiny bit of a pay cut, but I will take it. And if you want to know why, I'm not going to sit here and dog out any companies or anything like that. But you can always go to Reddit and just type in, Schmeiko, and you can read for yourself. And type in any other insurance company, and their Reddits aren't anywhere similar. So you can kind of get your own ideas from that. But yeah, thank you. And I loved the position. Like throughout my ORI, which is like your orientation after you get licensed and get trained. But once I got like my promotion that I was talking about, like it was just not what I was looking for. It was like a bait and switch. Ended up doing retention essentially, and I'm not for that. Like I can do any position if I go into it at a company, like in a corporate company. So just to give a little like out there. I didn't work at a local office. I worked at corporate and in their customer service. That's what I did. I listened to people bitch at me every fucking day about why their insurance rates were so fucking high. Like there's something I could fucking do. And then half the time I did do a lot. Like, I mean, I save people hundreds of fucking dollars, okay, with my tips and tricks. So I'm taking those tips and tricks to another company now. Not working in customer service. I don't think I'll ever work in customer service again. I did that for 10 years prior to having kids. Anyone that wanted to look at my LinkedIn probably could have figured out what department I worked for, but people are stupid thinking I work in sales. I wish I worked in sales. That's why I kept saying I don't work in sales. Like I wish I'd kill someone to work in sales because at least those people want insurance. You're dealing with people asking you like, why is my insurance rate so high? And then you're like, dude, well, you've had like 15 fucking accidents. What do you mean you hit a parked car 10 times? And you're only paying $250. What the fuck you mean? Like, you shouldn't even be driving, motherfucker. Like, I need a note tape where the fuck you live so I don't ever go there. Like, shit like that. So yeah. I don't think I'll ever go back to that line of work again, but it's still the same industry, just not customer service because fuck that shit. So it was bittersweet putting in that resignation, knowing that they were gonna like pretty much like have me leave at the end of the day. And I actually got a full payday, like got to leave at lunch. So they're like, we're actually gonna be cutting staff, so we really appreciate you, like, all the work you've been, but you don't have to finish out the 2 weeks. You can just leave after lunch today. And they like gave me a box. Like I came back to my desk, there's a box on it, and I was like, wow, I read that on Reddit, but I didn't think it was really gonna happen. But whatever. So 2-week vacay. Anyways, so with that, I decided this morning to get up. I was cleaning. I was gonna listen to some YouTube. I did take a break. For those people on Reddit that were saying that I didn't take a break. Just because I was in a chat didn't mean that I was going live. So whenever I say that I'm taking a social media break, or a break from YouTube, that means from going live. Just FYI. It doesn't mean that I'm never gonna like pop into chats, like, because I'm not someone that's that like problematic to where I can't go into chats. You know what I mean? Like I'm not struggling with YouTube like some people do and think that everyone's out to get me. So there's Lola. Excuse me. Oh shit, girl, that's pretty fucking boss. Did sales and customer service for Stanley Steamer. Damn. That's probably the same thing, you know what I mean? Like, probably awesome selling that shit, but you don't want to deal with the people breaking down with the steamers. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the happy customers calling and be like, "Hi, I just want to call and tell you how great your steamer is today." Like, that's not. I mean, every so often you get like the bill pay people that are little old ladies that were so fucking sweet, and like, like I said, I did God's work for some of them little old ladies saving the money. So, you know, I got called a cunt about 15 times for being the night. And I was just like, if you only knew, motherfucker. Like, if you only knew. Like, thank you. Thank you. I understand. I totally get it. No, I don't take it personal. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Like when I told you YouTube made me cut out for that job, it did. So I was like, I get called. What's the matter with old ladies? I'm an old lady. What are you talking about? No, I said I love the old ladies. I said I love them. I love saving them money, and I loved getting their calls. They were always the only ones that were nice. They want to talk. And then I get in trouble for having long calls. Fuck you. I'm not going to tell the little old lady or the little old man to get off the phone. What the fuck? Like, I'm probably the only person they've talked to all week. Like, so that's why I can't stand customer service. It's all like metrics and numbers and shit. I pulled in a 20K deal. I bet every sales agent in all of Stanley Steamer my bonus check was amazing. Holy shit. That is simply amazing. I used to work for sales and customer service and a little bit of back end for a vape shop. I'm not going to say which one because I think they're pretty popular out there still as online retailer of vaporizers for like weed and stuff. It was awesome. It was every day at the end of the shift we would just fucking vape out. But I can't remember why I quit that job. God, I worked there for a couple years. I think it's because I wanted to be like a sales agent and I never got to where I wanted to be. Because like if you ever work in a company like that does sales, customer service, you have to move up into sales usually. You can't just start out in sales. Um, at least not in the companies I've ever worked for. So, because it's a better position. I'm not gonna lie. Like they're gonna put you through the fucking like ringer before they like move you up there. You know what I mean? And retention isn't sales. Just saying. So if I sound a little salty, it's because I wanted to go into sales, got put in retention, and didn't expect that. That is the wrong kind of sales. That's even more angry customers. Like that's not what I signed up for. Anyways, but I'm excited. I'm excited. It's another side of town, so whenever I go on breaks or anything, y'all will get a new view. Um, but yes, and also I fucked myself by picking like a really bad shift, like fucking shift. Like I picked like a nurse's shift, which was like 4 like 11-hour shift days, and I was like, oh, that won't be that bad. And yeah, never again. Oh hell no! That's what I used to tell people too. I'd be like, just don't think about it. I'm like, don't think about it. If you start thinking about it, like that you're paying literally for nothing, pretty much. Like just it starts to get real frustrating. Like they're like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I've never even used this. I've been paying for it for 15 years. Don't think about it. like, sorry, I was muted. I was like, people would be like, I've been paying for this shit for 15 years, and I'm sitting here thinking I never used it once. I'm like, don't think about it. Like, the best worst job I ever did was balance transfers for MBNA Bank. I've had a lot of jobs and I had a lot of bad ones. Well, worst job ever. That was a place that gave me full page scholarship to any college I want. That's nice. You have a great day too, William. I don't know if you got booted, but wrenches, do your thing if you have to. Make everyone comfortable and all that. Sorry. But hey, Rabbit, what's up? What was I gonna say? Fuck. Best job I ever had was Tower Records. I grew up Empire Records being my favorite fucking movie out there. Like in my early adolescence, teens, like I just binge watched that shit. And then I got a job at Tower Records, which that movie is loosely based off of. Worked there for about a year. Um, that was amazing. That was my favorite job ever. Um, I've worked for every fucking retail store from Hot Topic. I worked there for about a year and a half. I worked for American Eagle Outfitters through the early 2000s doing floor sets. I first started there working as a regular person, just on the floor, regular like salesperson. And then I wanted to move into the stock room, which then led to me doing floor changes, which is why I have like arthritis. And I don't have arthritis, but I have like carpal tunnel and shit. Like I remember back in the day just like ripping the fucking like fixtures off the walls and just like 19-year-old Amy just climbing the shit and being like, one day I'm gonna like regret this. And now like every time I'm like, ow, my hand. Like, yeah, I blew that college thing. I could have went anywhere, but working full time in college full time is too hard. I know, right? Well, they offer that at a lot of companies, and I think that's kind of the bait and switch. It's like if you can do it, then they'll pay for it, but it's very hard for most people to take advantage of that. You know what I mean? And usually there's like a time frame. And I'm not gonna lie, I like to job hop. If I see a better opportunity, I will go for it. I'm not gonna stay at a career or a company for 8 years that I don't feel appreciated at. You know what I mean? Or that I feel bad. Like again, go to Reddit and read. Like when you read that there's like classes of new people coming in and they're like getting rid of the older tenured people, it's kind of hard being one of those newer people. Like I felt bad. You know what I mean? Like you're stealing people's jobs or that are like these old mid 60s, if not older people are being like pushed out. They've been just read Reddit. That's what I'm gonna leave it at. But every company has their positives and negatives. I will say that they gave me a great opportunity putting me in the career though, and the training was amazing. I wish I could like take those people with me. Hey, baby, and I might steal a few people. But anyways, let's get into community shit. It's been like almost 20 minutes of me talking about my new job and that I start in a couple of weeks and then just lifing and positively. And Lola is here taking a nap. Remy is napping behind her. They are not touching. They fought over a bone. Both are fine. No one actually got hurt, but Remy's not fucking with her right now. So there's that. Thank you. Oh, it was like a month of waiting. Like, I don't think I'm gonna get this job. Like, but I haven't heard back, so I'm gonna keep hoping. Like I don't know. I was like, if worst case scenario, I still had a job. You know what I mean? But I'm like, ugh. Hello, rabbit. Hello, forever young. And thank you, thank you. All right, so Terry Time, you came in. I was watching your video. So I was going to watch Terry Time's video this morning because, again, I have the next couple weeks off. I was cleaning. I already did my cleaning or, the basis schmacious, like cleaning up after Lola the baby. Because it's literally like waking up with toddlers at this point. Which is fine. And I love it, actually. I'm like, also was like, me and Chris are talking, we're good again. And I was like, I don't know if I can have another baby because this is giving me flashbacks. And I don't know if I can do that all the time. But half kidding. Anyways, again, enough about my life on the internet. Let's talk about everyone else's life. So, as far as the internet, Jen, you can go fuck yourself. Like my text message said, fuck yourself. And it's funny how you leave out the text messages that of you contacting me first. So I didn't randomly message you, Jen. Okay? Let's get that straight. I let you know about Adri, and then I sent you maybe a few other texts saying that I would go less hard on you and wouldn't bring up any more real life shit. But that if you saw me in others' chats, I hate you as much as sometimes I have a soft spot for you. But you know what? Where does that get me? Right? Where does that get me? Because you always want to twist shit and look like the fucking little victim. So, bitch, when you fuck with someone with death like me for like, I don't know, what is this, the 5th time? That's bad enough. Okay. Let's see. It started with my mother, then Tracy Wagman. You wanted to make a competition out of that. Then, you really didn't do anything with real, surprisingly. 4 and 6. I feel like there was someone else there that passed away and you made a mockery out. I feel like, oh, it was earlier this year when my grandma passed away. You couldn't stop talking shit about me for a week. And because I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was told by your cohorts and your haters and your chat, get offline. I am offline. But this bitch can't ever shut up. And you guys, if you like that, like, admit that's what you like about her. Jen talks shit about everyone, regardless if they talk shit about her. Is that why you like her? I mean, that would make sense. But no, Jen, you and that was that. I didn't say I wouldn't talk about you. I didn't say anything like that. Blah 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 blah. Told you about Adri. That was the first time we spoke. So just so people know, we were not talking outside of that. And no, we were not like kicking or like getting along at all. It was very like short. Like I was mostly like, you know, like things about like missing Adri because I'm an emotional person with a heart, and she was like, yeah, you know what I mean. So, and I wasn't giving her too much, but then the morning that you got the text, the night before, because I didn't see it that night, because I have usually my phone on do not disturb at night, so I can get some peace. You messaged me, why was I talking shit about you and Jules? What the fuck? And I snapped because the night that you messaged me that, you were in someone else's chat with Exo Serenity on panel diminishing my grief and talking down and basically making a mockery of me having any sort of grief towards my friends. One in particular. Hold on, I had pulled something up and I now have deleted the tab. Let's see if I can get back up. So this is ChatGPT's basically what their interpretation. I said, explain what it's like to have your grief for a friend diminished. And it reads, let me make sure I'm not muted. Lindsay, I'll let you up. Hello, wish I had wings. Good to see you. It's been a bit. Hope you're doing well and haven't fallen over anywhere. Wobble, wobble. And mwah, mwah. Love you long time. Hey, sweets, what's up? What are you doing? You want to go swimming today? I think I messaged you that I got the job, right? That I was going to be like doing a 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks and over. Got 2-week vacay now. Whoop, whoop. And every time I want to go to the fucking pool, it gets cloudy. So if you want clouds, then I just have to go to the pool. Just FYI. Anyways, yay. Thank you guys. And it's not just my loss, it was the community's loss, especially, I mean, with both of them. Like 4 and 6 wasn't as active in like this community, but she did watch Jules. She did enjoy y'all and stuff, but she was just like getting busier in life and just, you know, didn't chat in here very often, but like, and then, all right, Jules, but she did chat in my chat when she could. Same thing with Adri. She got busy in life. Like, she did get sick last year, almost passed away last year, was in a coma for a short amount of time, had a hard time rehabbing from that, was still at the point of her passing, was still having a hard time and hadn't fully recovered from that. So, like I said, while it was a shock for me for her loss, she was very sick, and I knew she was very sick, and that is why I had contact with certain of her family members on socials, because she wanted me to have someone to reach out to if she did just disappear. Because we are internet friends, it didn't mean it's like no one in her family was gonna call me. You know what I mean? So to have your grief for someone diminished, ChatGPT explains it pretty well. And this is the second time I read it. So let me take a moment. I need to drink some of my coffee. 1 second. Not gonna lie, no kids are here. They are at school. We'll be there for hours. Shout out to school. Um, they're doing great already, thriving in this new school year. Today's picture day, so yay. But yeah, so I am lighting a J. Give me 2 more seconds. Wake and bake with AMZ. All right. So having your grief for a friend, and I'm not like just waking up. I already like got ready for the day somewhat. Having your friend, okay. Having your grief for a friend diminish feels like someone is quietly erasing the weight of what you're carrying, as if your pain isn't heavy enough to be real. You might be mourning deeply, memories flooding you, tears coming without warning, or even a hollow numbness. And instead of being met with understanding, you're met with dismissiveness. Those words sting because they imply your connection wasn't significant enough to warrant a depth of your sorrow. That they invalidate the bond you had, whether it was years of shared history or even a short but powerful connection. The result, you start questioning yourself. Am I grieving too much? Should I be over this by now? Is it even real grief? That self-doubt can, can layer guilt on top of pain, making the healing even harder. At its core, diminished grief is lonely. Instead of being witnessed and held, your mourning feels pushed aside, like you're lost, like you've lost the right to grieve openly. Would you like me to? Okay, and then that was like question. So that is hitting the nail on the head of how Jen has made me feel at least 5 times now. So again, first it was my mother, who I felt I couldn't grieve properly because of everything she put out there. Tracy Wagaman, who was someone that I was becoming friends with. I was maybe not friends with her, but we were friendly and we were becoming friends, and I was interviewing her. So there was a level of connection there. And she got to, I know, girl. And I need to call you today. For multiple reasons. But yes. My grandmother earlier in this year, because you couldn't, like when I said, someone said Amy's grandma just passed away. Oh, fuck her, or whatever the fuck you said, Jen, you can go fuck yourself. Then Tracy, 4 and 6, who you wanted to make it out of mini competition, and now with Adri, who is not named AJ, and I don't know why you called her AJ. The fact that you did call her AJ and is she didn't feel the need to correct you because she didn't really give two shits about you. And I could sit here and show proof of that, but I'm not going to. Now, certain people that should probably shave their head, because whatever the fuck's going on there is still not fixed itself or been fixed, or I don't know, man. It's the summer. Get a fucking, I don't know. You look hot, bro, and you're starting to get a little sausagey. Like your sweatshirts are starting to look like a casing on a sausage. What's going on, man? Is it the weight I'm losing? Because I just had to go and like I'm now wearing a medium and Free People pants, and I'm excited. Whoop, whoop. Yes, don't allow her to do that to you, AMZ. It's so selfish. I'm getting off topic. Thank you. So with that, Jen, when you messaged me, why the fuck was I talking shit about you after you were in that chat with XOM panel and diminishing my grief and my friendships and other people's grief and other people's friendships, which is the same for anybody. No one is any less than. So diminishing Jules' grief and her friendships with people is the same thing. and it's not cool, and it shouldn't be, like, just easily done. You people are heartless, we've been over this, blah, 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 but you have the audacity to then message me while I'm in Jill's chat shit talking you. I went the fuck us charges. Do it, bitch. I dare you. I triple dog dare my videos. And to those requesting the old abuse videos, I have them all saved on a laptop that has a broken screen. Yay for kids. It happened literally when we were living in the hotels back in 2022. So I know that's the computer that had the videos uploaded on it. So Geek Squad's going to get that and fix my screen for me, and then we'll be up and running. But I did delete them off of my actual YouTube because at the time I was trying to be a good person, and that person will never be a good person. Jen, you'll never be a good person. So you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that kindness in any way, shape, or form from anyone. And I hope that you rot in fucking hell. I hope a lot of things for you that aren't very good. And then I'm not going to say out loud because I already text them to you and you showed them. And it's funny how you block out certain parts of it because I don't know. I guess you don't want people knowing that you don't know that your daughter's a nurse and that's a shame for you or something. I would be ashamed not to know what my child's career is and, been there for any part of that. But yeah, that's not me. That's you. And let me make it clear that doesn't mean I'm talking about that child. That child is now grown. Fucking accolades to that child for fucking rising above and becoming an actual functioning adult. Do you know I get in my mouth little moments such that make us reflect on ourselves and start feelings, especially of regret, and take that from Jules or you. And yeah, they're taking that from us. Yes, it's unfair and it's hurtful. Exactly. Jen never cared about anyone but herself. She's exactly the same terrible friend, mom, daughter, wife, content creator. You're absolutely disgusting person who has allegedly, in my opinion, Munchausen's by proxy because that child was never sick. Those years that you spent in the hospital, you were Gypsy Rosing that child because as an adult, she's told people that are very credible that were active in her childhood that I've spoken to out of them just being a mutual friend. That's on you for making me meet people because you're such a dirtbag over the years. Um, yeah, no wonder you're so into Gypsy Rose, Jen, because that person's a completely functioning, healthy person now. And you're scary, sick, demented, and twisted. And God help us if those two procreate. Because I heard someone say, I think it was Jules, someone commented, like, next you'll be pregnant. Bro, whoever disappears people better disappear them people. That's all I have to say. Jenny Blanchard. Yeah. Blanchard. Exactly. Hello, Patty, my love. So there's that. And that's Really sickening. Anyways, getting back to the text. Yeah, if I were you and I kept running my mouth about me, I'd watch over my back too. Saying what I can do and what I'm going to do are two different things. And you don't seem to grasp that. So please call my police department, call your police department, and they're going to tell you the same thing. Give us a call when she does something or when she's even in the same fucking state. And like I said, start a new job, so I won't be traveling anywhere anytime soon. So I think you're safe. But don't message me again, like I said. I said, do not message me. That was the grasp of that, was stop fucking messaging me, you stupid fucking cunt. After everything of me being nice to you, to the loss of a mutual friend, you have the audacity to then message me. Why? I am fucking shit talking you after you're in there actively in a chat with people just made me snap. Yeah, it did. Okay. And you're lucky that they're just words. Because if I was gonna do anything, Gangsta Amesy don't speak, she does. So, I've been on a plane. But I'm not, you know, and saying what I can do if you contact me is pretty much just that. So, please, please, please do something. I dare you. I double dog dare you. I triple dog dare you, because that's about how many dog face bitches you got in your chat, Jen, including yourself. And if I want to have something in my background that I go and thrift or buy from a store, I probably would have to thrift it to symbolize you. It wouldn't be an adorable T-Rex. It would be a used baseball mitt, which I'm sure I can get for like $2. Probably even cheaper today at Savers because it's 50% off day. Show you what? Show me the meaning of being. What are you talking about? Now you have a song in my head. Hold on. This is also for you. You want to hear your Panic at the Disco song again? Hey, she's here. I know. This is for you. Merry wedding.
Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear, no, I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, what a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. But what a shame the poor groom's bride is a whore.
Remix.
I chime in with the haven't you people.
Show me the meaning of being lonely. So many words for the broken heart. It's hard to see in a crimson love, so hard to breathe. Walk with me and
about you, bitch? You got married.
Light so soon
Become wild and free.
I can feel the sun. Your every wish.
Sing it for Jen.
They tell me, show me the meaning of being lonely. Is this the feeling I need to walk with? Tell me why I can't be there where you are.
You're laughing.
There's something missing in my heart. Life goes on as it never ends. Eyes of stone observe the trends. They never say forever gaze upon
What do you need a dinner?
beauty road to endless love.
Endless love.
There's no control. Are you with me now? You're everywhere.
have no place to go. Surrender my heart, body and soul. How can it be you're asking me to feel the things you never show? You are missing in my
Patty.
heart. Tell me why can't I be there where you are? Show me the meaning of being lonely. Is this the feeling I need to walk? Tell me why I can't be there where you are. There's something missing in the past. Show me the meaning of being lonely. It's the feeling I need to walk with. Tell me why I can't be there when you are. There's something missing. Oh.
All right. So I still don't know what the fuck she was asking me to show her, though. Tell me why the T-Rex can't pick things up with his arms. I'm still trying, okay? All right? Grandmas need a lot of rest after babysitting. Take better care of yourself. I was just clicking. I wasn't reading any of this. So hold on. Period. Jen left her kids and husband, a loser named Clinton, tried to get with her friends. This is true. This isn't a lie, Jen. This isn't even a little bit of a lie. And now they're not kids anymore. Like the sad part is like you could have just like waited a year and they would have moved out on their own and then you could have like went and lived your best life and you probably would be living a better life because you were selfish and couldn't wait out a year or two of them becoming 18. You have now fallen to where it will take years to regain those relationships. Maybe not decades, but years. Okay. Like I've explained to Jen a number of times when we were friends that she very much favors my mom. Okay, my mom is bipolar. My mom was not medicated, so that's why I kind of question Jen being medicated at least properly because But my mom would never have gone online and never have done half the shit. She embarrassed me in different ways. She did. Don't get me wrong. Prior to the internet, there were neighborhoods and people, and just say I was embarrassed in different ways. But you know, between the ages of like 17 and early 20s, like I don't want shit to do with my mom at all. And I think there's a number of kids they have like kind of maybe turbulent childhoods that kind of fall into that kind of you become an adult, you have to become an adult early if you're like me, and you kind of resent those parents that you had to outgrow faster than you should have, and so you're like fuck you for a good like couple of years at least. I said they'll circle back. Okay. uh but again, my mom wasn't on the internet making a bunch of fucking asshole of herself or anything like that. She still, again, did in other aspects. And so, it was a touch and go with my mom all the way up until her death. But, I mean, serious. There was things that she would tell people that, and to this day, I don't think that my family thinks are true. That I'm like, that didn't really happen. You know that, right? Like, she's just fucking crazy. Like, she was hanging out with bums when she was living with me. She, for some reason, she felt homeless because she was staying with me and got friendly with some of the like vagrant guys around the block. And one night spent a night out, not doing anything sexual, but just like running the streets with some homeless people. And someone took her fucking ring because she was drinking. And for some reason, she told our family that I pawned it. So shit like that, you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, I fucking didn't. And the fuck, man, like I wish I had for taking all the fucking bullshit grief that she told people. Like, you know what I mean? So she's not helping herself. That's all I will say. I'm not perfect by any means, but my kids don't hate me. right? Yeah, I'm not the perfect parent by any means. I am more of like a glorified fun aunt. Like and I'm strict and then I'm like super not strict. Like I am not the conventional mother, but my kids love me and I strive to make sure that there's just little inklings that I know that I'm doing things better than my parents did. You know what I mean? Like my kids ain't afraid of me. That's all that I care about. They ain't afraid this year of me sometimes. Well, not Elton really, but he scares me with his wit and his smartness. He basically looks at me like I'm stupid half the time. And I'm like, listen here. Like, we're gonna fight one day. Like, it's gonna be up with words, but and then Jamie's the one that'll like bow up on me. I'm like, ah. Like, he'll like put me in my room and close the door. Like, no, mama. I'll be on the phone with Chris. Like, he's like, did he just say no, mama, and throw you in your room? Like, yes, he did. Like, I'm just trying to clean. I'm like, this is not nice. Like, this is being like, hell yeah. Right? I strive to have like an Osbourne's type of like raising my kids, right? I want to be able to tell my kids I love them, but also tell them that they're assholes as well. Like, you know what I mean? Without being like, oh, she's happy, I was sad. But you know, if you look how like the Osbournes, they're like one of the closest families. And like I watched a lot of Osbournes after Ozzy passed, and you know, they'll just be like, fuck you, mom. Like, I want my kids to be able to flip me off. And my kid does. So I'm like, we're good. Actually, Elton's been flipping me off since he was in womb. I'll have to find the picture of his like in utero, like when they were trying to find his sex, they found it, and like the photo of him, he's fucking holding up his middle finger. I'm like, is he flipping the camera off? Like, but they're good kids. They would never do that shit at like school or anything like that, contrary to popular belief. Oh my god. I hope not. We have a meme for that, but I don't think I should show it. I think that is a bit much. It's more of an emoji, which is still not good. Right? My eldest often tells me she loves me. Yes, my kids luckily are not scared of me either. Right? That's when you know that you're doing good. Like if your kids are scared of you, like I heard it, like maybe not of you, but even of the people that you keep. Like, here's a fun story about Jen. I heard one time when her son, you know what? Let's try to find a better way to tell this so that it's not too personal, right? Okay. One time, Mother Hubbard, you know, the lady that supposedly lived in the shoe and had so many kids she didn't know what to do. Well, when one of them was a child, that child ran because Mother Hubbard had a boyfriend at the time that wanted to bow up on the child. And he got so scared that he had to go live with a friend of theirs, of hers, for a couple of days and basically for the night and take heed. So, the fact that your child was even home for a couple of days, Mother Hubbard, is kind of odd in itself. But I, again, yes, 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 yes. So may not have been scared of the mother, but definitely didn't feel protected. And I've been there. That was my mom with my stepdad. It's a big reason why I left at 16. So I don't have a soft spot for you anymore. I have a soft spot for people who have had to deal with you probably much further and longer than we have. And the only reason these said people are even mentioned is because they did come to the internet, Jen. You keep going to saying, well, my daughter didn't go to Reddit like Maria's. No, but they came to YouTube. At least two of them did. So that's social media. That's still the internet. Yes. Oh, yes. Of course. Of course. I think a couple of times it benefited them and a couple of times it didn't. Probably. So benefiting them would have been Vince, who obviously stepped up and stepped in to a role that helped raise those children, as well as with Mike. Mike was like the fun Vince, and was very caring and very there for those kids, even though he wasn't fucking there for his own, and just left them by the fucking wayside for a very, very strong, independent woman to take care of, but and raise, you know. But he did, I guess, step up for them. At least the youngest, or maybe the last two, I think it was really. I don't think he got along with the Mother Hubbard's oldest, but I don't know. What has Jem excelled at in her life? Anything? I mean, for a while there, you thought she had good cap teeth, but that doesn't even seem to be true anymore. So that's unfortunate. How does that work? Do you have them in like a jar for when you can get them popped back on? I'm confused. Could you come back and tell us? Did someone block her? I want to know about your teeth. Did they pop back on? Are you waiting to have them popped back on? Why have you not asked Alice for help getting your teeth popped back on? Seems like something Alice would want to fix. I'm just saying, you gotta show face, save face. They're not like Southern type area, and you ain't saving face for shit. So, and that's why they came down there, was essentially to save face. Okay, well, these motherfuckers just got married. We gotta go down there and take some pictures. Otherwise, we're gonna look like our Sundo is like we just fucked up the 4th or 15th time, in which we know we have, but motherfuckers in a goddamn grass stained t-shirt. I'm going down. I'm gonna kick his ass and take some pictures, and then I'm gonna go home. Because I don't think she was believing what she was seeing anymore. She's like, I think I need to go check out this house to make sure it don't smell like doo-doo. And then Jen, you give more information out. So did anyone catch in one of her lives that she said recently that that Alice had bought the house to basically be like a Airbnb, a rental. So it's Alice's rental that you're living in and not paying rent in. Is that what you're telling us? So she could be making money if she had a regular tenant, but because she has freeloading daughter-in-law and son, she's not making a dime. That's what you told us, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. See, Jen, your little like hate mongering live streams about me are just that. And the fleas and ticks that you have jumping off of you that do other live streams, I don't watch you. Okay? It's like I don't eat meat and I don't like watching sausage humans. Okay? So when you're busting out of your casing, I want you to know that I am never listening to you. You are wasting your breath. Because I don't even listen to you. Jen, I still find a little intriguing when she's being stupid and slow. But for the rest of the fleas that fall off of her, like, I heard like 2 seconds, and anything I hear is usually second through like other channels. So, being that one of the main channels I hang out with, Jules, isn't playing one of the creators that plays me all the time, I don't hear it. And therefore, it's like it's not even happening. So, I guess A for effort. Well, yeah, that's what she said. She said that she didn't just buy it to give it to them, that Alice had bought it to be a rental. And then just obviously you can fill in the rest. Well, then they rented it to Clint and Jen, who are not paying rent and probably pay half of the utilities. Because in a house like that, it can't be cheap in the middle of the summer. I don't imagine. I have a 2-bedroom apartment with central AC. I'm assuming that, unless they don't run AC, which would explain a lot. Let me tell you, with the and I know for y'all like in the like Lauren, she ain't got AC out there in England. But I'm glad I know this now because I've always wanted to go out to England. I got a lot of family out that way. I will not be going in the summer. Possibly not the spring either. Like maybe early spring. Late fall to early spring. I called BS. Clint moved there. He left the apartment. Well, yeah. So I wonder if it was there already. I wonder if they were already renting it. That's a good point. I don't know necessarily because I do know then Clint. Oh, Lola, you scared the shit out of me. She got that police bark. I do know that when because we were friendly, we didn't talk a lot, but we were just talking as platonic friends. When he was leaving between like leaving Jen and the house, like he was looking for apartments. Hold on a second. I mean, she's a dog, she's gonna bark, but thank you. Good girl. But thank you. You were just like taking a nap. Why don't you go lay down? Hi. Hello. You big baby. Go back in your bed out there. I love you. Let's go to your bed. Oh, mama. She's so sweet. You're so sweet. She gave me kisses. She's like, mwah. She's such a girl. You just give me all kisses. Mwah. Who's a pretty girl? Who's my pretty girl? Biting's gotten a lot better. Huh, Lola? I have. Here's a good way to train your dog, Jen. There's a lot of tricks. Depends on what works for your dog. But Lola's young enough to where she interprets playing with biting like you would, like two dogs would play, right? So I first try to redirect my hands to petting her and giving her love and keeping the hands out of reach of her mouth by petting her belly and stuff like that. And then she's happy and she stops trying to bite me. If she keeps trying to bite me, then I just take all attention away from her. And she learns in order to get pets, you can't bite. And it's really eliminated a lot of the biting. So Remy is doing great. He's also pretty much fully, he hasn't coughed in over a week. He's doing great. He's looking at me right now. Like I said, they got into a little bit like 2 or 3 days ago. We got Lola a bunch of bones to like try out which one she wants. And Remy has never wanted a bone once since we like had him. But now that Lola has bones, he wants bones. So they had an incident where they fought over one. No one got hurt. No one actually bit anyone. But I was like, Remy is kind of, he's a little old man. He's kind of snapped at her a lot. And I've told him when she snaps at you, you're going to be scared. And you could tell he was trying to act tough, like, but he was like sitting behind me, like kind of shaking a little bit. I was like, I told you, she's bigger than you. Don't piss her off. Like, and ever since then, they haven't fought or anything. He learned his lesson not to fuck with her shit. Just like she knows not to fuck with his now. But yeah, he also isn't fucking with her either. He's like, okay, I'm not playing with you anymore. Like, we're not friends now. like, did Jen get timed out? I don't know. The ice queen has arrived. We need to send the ice machine to Lindsay. We are going to get on that this week, like in the next day or two, Lindsay. I need your fucking address. Then I need to box it up and actually mail it. So that's a whole other feat once I have the address. So, hey everyone, how is everyone? Now I have time to do it. So actually, I was trying to like when am I going to be able to mail this? And now now I have the time. So woo! Thank you. Your background looks like someone is about to be sacrificed. Yeah, it's always a possibility around here. Ooh, we play Backstreet Boys songs and sacrifice people. That was the best. Jen came in here and was arguing, but like someone has to replay. That was hilarious. Oh, like I guess I was throwing up on the screen, wasn't I? I really need to get like the chat on the screen. I need to figure that out. I don't like StreamYards because it's so small. You can barely see it, but I guess it's better than nothing. Might have to pay for StreamYard. I've been really not wanting to, but I've tried so many others that I'm just not satisfied with that I'm like, Oh my God, honey. Is your first time trying it? I remember Wegovy was like harder at first, but it gets better. Hey Jason, what's up? Good to see you. Fire, fire, fire. It's because I have the only other backgrounds I have are the free ones, and if I change it, then I can't change it back. So I'm just gonna leave it. But we'll be upgrading soon. Thank you, Tracy. But definitely small meals. Eat small healthy meals. Not too healthy though. Because like vegetables give me issue. Like at the first day. Like don't eat a bunch of salad like the first day that you take it. Cause like that shit won't move. And like, ugh, it's just not fun. I had an old man Dotson. I had an old lady Dotson. Well, she was Tweenie, but he used to get mad when we would play with the other dog, but only wanted the ball. Oh, I mean, it kind of like brought his puppy out, so that's good. Yes, feel better, Kathy. It'll get better. Oh my God, yes. Holy shit. If anyone can find the link of that, I'll play it. Jen's been sacrificed over and over again. Moloch doesn't want her. He keeps throwing her up. If you know, you know. It's just like, she just keeps talking through it. Like she just comes out and she's like, and you know what? Jules did that next. Like, and she gets puked up by the fucking effigy. Then they take her to Burning Man and he puked her up too. She just keeps talking about fucking Jules, and like they just keep taking her like you know how they like string up like a pig and it's like people carrying it on sticks, like they just keep carrying her. She's blah, 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 about Jules the whole fucking time. I can't. Anyone, I can't, Chen. So I wanted to play Terry Time, but I've already been live for an hour, and let's see. It's only 35 minutes long, so I'm going to speed her up a little bit. But she's talking about the bottom feeders. And I know she likes us to play everything in full, and I won't break into any more music while I have her up here, or her video, rather. Jenna's a liar. Fuck her. I think that's what Terry Time came in and said earlier. I'm going to drop her a link so you guys can go over and subscribe if you have not already. All right, so this is the oldest and the baddest. She mentioned the gangsta, so that of course I'm more of a gangster than fucking Gap Tooth Heidi. That's what she calls her, not me. Anyways, let's listen.
And scamber with trashy responses that they think it's funny to abuse animals. Both of them do. They were ha 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 laughing, and I have the clips to prove it, and they're from yesterday. So any of you people in here, and I'm sure I have many animal lovers, just tell me what exactly is funny about kicking a poodle or talking about kicking Jules's cats and then kicking. You ain't no gangster, Gap. Gangster is more of a gangster than you are. You're like that Jasmine Crockett bitch from here in Texas. She ain't from Texas. She's from Kansas. She tried to be gangster, and y'all have seen what happened to her. You're not gangster, and I've got the clips to prove. Gap, I heard you tell the story of the poodle kicking shit. It ain't hearsay. I was in the chat. That's when I quit talking to Scamber because of you telling that god-awful story of picking that dog because it had been in that crate for 12 fucking hours.
That's what she said. So, wait, what?
Of picking that dog because it had been in that crate for 12 fucking hours. And you think that's funny?
Hours?
That was supposed to be a joke.
Who kept a dog in a crate for 12 hours? That is an abuse in itself. I don't know. Everyone has different thoughts about crates. I'm like the most Lola's been in one now has been about an hour. And that was last night. And I was like actually really like proud of her. She got treats. I was like, good dog. So we're doing good on like, it's usually like now it's like when the kids are eating dinner or like when Elton's getting ready for bed and wants to go. Cause like, you know, we're just like, I'm still trying to keep Remy kind of like in their room or our room, like when he eats and stuff, because she's just bigger. She'll eat all his food. And she's a baby and she just hasn't learned, like, you have your food, I have my food. Amesy, remember when you told us you went to a hotel with a C chair? With a C and left with AC and left your dogs by themselves in the apartment. No, those were 2 separate times. Nope, nope, nope. So, I don't know what time you're talking about, but I've done a lot of hotel times. There's twice that Remy has gone with me that I remember from the internet, and once when Remy stayed at home, which was in the fall in, was it Washington? So, it was definitely not warm. And that's when the neighbor was feeding him and checking on him. So, which time are you talking about? I remember back in when I went to, I think it was when I went to Wenatchee, which is like the mountainous town in fall. I remember I went up there and I think it was fighting with, that's when I first started falling out and fighting with Terry Lynn. And I'm pretty sure her and Lily, I think it was Lily mainly, that was saying that I left my dog at home all by himself. Like no one checking in on her. How the fuck would she even know? And Jen was like, I know for a fact that she has someone staying there. I didn't ask for you to say that, but I didn't have someone staying there. But like I said, I had someone feeding him, and we were there for a night and 2 days and a night. So they fed him and walked him one night and one morning. That was it. By the next evening, we were home. And they lived right next door. So if he had any distress or anything, he would have barked and they would have known because he's a quiet dog. Like back then, Remy didn't really bark because we lived on like the top floor and he couldn't really see much. Now he'll bark if he like sees someone walk by, but even Remy doesn't bark that much anymore. And are you talking about the one time when I left him with AJ? That was because AJ joined us later that evening. So he brought the dog. Again, because the kids were very young at the time, very active, and the dog did not want to be in a small space with the kids when they were like bouncing all over a hotel room. That was why that time. Is that what you're talking about? There's a couple different times that we went to like hotels because of AC, because Pacific Northwest doesn't have AC. They had to have been Washington both times because I know when we moved to Portland, we had air conditioning. So it was definitely warmer there too. And don't all hotels have cuck chairs? You're totally going off the fucking like rail. Like, is that all Jen has though? I mean, she has said this about 15 times in the last like 5 weeks. So does she have anything else new? Because I just had new stuff. Can she give you guys anything new? Besides me telling her to go fuck herself and watch her back. And that's just a life lesson. That's wise words. You can interpret that how you like, and you can do with it what you like as well. Cheryl.
Joke? Just who the fuck would that be a joke to, you dumb bitch? Who the fuck would think that you kicked a goddamn poodle as a joke? Because I lost the humor in that. And that's when I first got mad at Trashy Scamber, because she sat there and let you talk about that shit for 20 fucking minutes. And this was before any of the rest of you were even around. So I don't need your 2 cents, Jules, or any of you other.
That's bullshit, because I was around before any of them, but I don't know what you're talking. I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I wasn't watching back then. I heard about it. I just want to say that. I was there. No, I wasn't there. But I was around before any of these bitches. I'm not necessarily proud of that, but you know, I also did do content for a good year. Well, I tried to do content.
Motherfuckers.
Speaking of which, LB, who has now hit over 100K, good for her. I was looking at that and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, I'm like, I wonder if I actually would have went down that road where I'd probably be half of where she is with that, like maybe 50K if I had just stuck to reality. That's where I was about half behind her. So I'm like, whatever. That's way too much work. Like, it just wasn't the time and place for me anymore. Go her, but she just got into it, motherfucking Amber Portwood. We should watch that after this if I have time.
Missy Tester or any of you motherfuckers. I heard the cat say it out of her own fucking mouth. And now she's trying to say she was joking. She wasn't fucking joking. I bet that poodle didn't think it was a goddamn joke. And then I've got the clips. So I'm going to play them. Because you people, it don't do no good if I play them or not. You still motherfuckers are stupid and don't remember a bit of history like I do. Here comes the first clip of these true, and it's so funny to me, Gap, poodle kicker, that you all of a sudden don't like antifreeze.
Thank you, Henry's mom. That is so sweet of you. Thank you for the $13.99. Is that Canadian? I was gonna be like California. I'm such an airhead. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. I love it when I get Canadian money. Whoop whoop. I appreciate it. Yes. Moving on up. It's like a promotion and with a pay cut, but that's good. Not much of a pay cut though. Ames, did you see Albie? Yes, that's what I'm gonna say. I wanted to play that. Lindsay, I'll play that after this if we have time. If not, I'll do that next time. But she was like, I made your career. I was like, oh shit. And she didn't really, I don't think. Not with Lindsay.
She never did nothing to them dogs. So that's another one that told the story with her own fucking mouth. Just like you did, Gap. Just like you did. And who in the hell would tell a convoluted, intricate story of these neighbors' dogs coming and killing her daughter's cat? So she gave the dogs antifreeze, and I don't give a fuck about that paperwork. All the paperwork said, since you motherfuckers are illiterate or conveniently stupid, the paperwork said that the neighbors pressed charges on antifreeze, and she and the neighbors didn't show up for the trial, so they dropped the charges. But she told the story of the antifreeze just like you told the story of kicking the goddamn poodle. And now I find out that Amber don't give a shit. She thinks all this fucking shit's funny. You people make me sick.
None of it's funny. I want to put that out there. Killing animals is not funny. Killing anything ain't funny. And killing animals is a if you can kill animals like that, you can kill people like that. You know what I mean? It's a thin line. Okay. And I've done some shitty shit and said some shitty shit in my life. And I have never hurt an animal. Like, I can't even fathom hurting an animal. Like, I would let an animal attack me before I would ever do anything. It is. I mean, there's certain kind of animal abuse out there that's legal, like animal testing. Like, I did my whole junior project on that, and like the severity of it and the realness of it. And my fucking like board that I brought in with everything on it was so grotesque that I had to leave it in the office until like my presentation, and then put it back in the office. Like, they didn't want it like just floating around classes. And I'm like, oh, okay. Can't handle the fucking truth. Barbara and your fucking bouffant aerosol hair, spray hair, can't take the truth. Right? I think she got a little bit confused. I don't feel like Leslie really like did anything like really capped off Amber. Leslie kind of was all over the place. I know that like between my channel and Katie Joy's, like that's how I popped off was Amber Portwood. Like as far as getting any views on my channel and shit. So she may get that whole genre kind of just like mushed together. And Katie Joy as well, I think for the most part, kind of popped off because of Amber as well. Yeah, I'm 90% sure on that, right? I don't know.
I wish somebody was kicking you around, and then you say, I'm going to go kick you with cats. What the fuck do these innocent animals have to do with any of you goddamn worthless bitches? Any of you. And Maria,
Yes.
You make me sick. Maria! And they're going after Jan, just like the rest of them. You ain't a bit fucking better. You're all stupid. You're all just like these goddamn mob tube motherfuckers that cover pizza day after day after day after day, and you cover Jen day after day after day like none of these motherfuckers have heard that shit before. Are you really serious?
Oh, I mean, to be fair, Terry Time, I don't think anyone heard about Mrs. Hubbard's kid being bowed up by her ex-boyfriend and him having to run off and live at Schmandy's house for like a little less than a week. So that's new information. You're welcome. Because, you know, Jen is a cunt ass bitch that likes to bring up me around times of grief and death and cannot have any humanity or humility. Neither can her fleas and ticks. So just saying, you know, to each their own though. I get it.
All of us have heard it.
And I'm not gonna say that we haven't. Like a lot of it, like, okay, love you all. Like love Jules, love you all, love you. Don't get me wrong. And I get it. Okay. But sometimes watching some of the older gen stuff, it's hard just because it's just kind of hard to rewatch her older stuff because like I just don't want to. Like, does that make sense? But like I do get that sometimes that there's a point to it. Um no, she did. Yeah, okay. When I say sad, I heard Anna breaks my heart more than anything. Right? Speaking of, okay, so that's where I don't get it though. You can't, and I love you, Terry Time too. Okay, you can cuss me out all day long. I don't know, whatever. It is what it is. Um, this is where like I get annoyed with this community, and it's not just you. Okay. Um, because you and I hate Heidi more than anyone else. Bitch couldn't handle me saying the word curb stomp, took it way too serious as an old broad. She's literally was my mom's age. Okay, so would be my mom's age. And took that so serious that she decided to be such a cop caller that she went to the motherfucking Spokane Police Department, had a whole ass detective starting a case on me. Never went fucking anywhere because I never did shit. But that's the kind of cunt ass bitch she is. Okay, so I don't like her at all. But you can't sit here and be like friendly with someone like Pizza, who we've actively heard hurt his animal, regardless if it's disciplining them or what it may be. Okay, when you hear a dog whimpering like we have on Pizza shit, you cannot then go and talk shit about then kicking a dog because that's kind of same. Now, murdering a dog by force feeding it chemicals, that's a whole other fucking thing. So we're not going to compare that to Pizza, but also couldn't say that like maybe the guy couldn't snap one day and do that. Like it very well could happen. So, in my opinion, but that is what it is. So I just kind of think that everyone who hurts animals should be all put in the same kind of ballpark. Neglecting your animals is the same thing though as abusing an animal. When you let it run the streets and don't chase after it, like we saw Jen do at least twice, it's not sad that one of her dogs didn't get returned to her, because she wasn't taking care of it and she neglected it and it was running the streets. It could have got hit by a car. So that is also not good. But again, to each their own. I digress. Let's continue listening.
Okay, I'm going to let you hear these motherfuckers think this is funny with their own words. Go ahead and get your ass out of this one, Gap.
I do like your top. I just got a cheetah print, like Adidas jacket, oversized, kind of giving me the same vibe. It's more of a darker color, but it has like a bluish cheetah, like your shirt has. So I'm feeling the shirt.
I saw where Jules was saying
I will say this: Terry Tide has better fashion sense than half the broads on YouTube for her age, for everything. Like, let me tell you, memory is great. Like, it's because of her generation. Like, when this generation goes, fashion sense and good memory is going with it. Just saying. So is like tough broads for the most part, because the rest of them just talk.
that now all of a sudden Terry Lynn didn't kill them dogs. You know,
Jules kept saying she killed those dogs, and everybody has the recording of it.
Yeah.
Terry Lynn, you killed those dogs, and I have the proof.
Show the proof then, you fucking bitch. Show it. Well, you know what the paperwork said, you goddamn piece of shit, illiterate. Wannabe gangsters. You want to know what the proof is, you fucking cunt? The proof was that the neighbors filed charges on antifreeze.
Mm-hmm.
They did not show up to the court hearing, so it was dismissed. That's all that paperwork says. It doesn't say a goddamn thing about her not doing it. She told
We're gonna get the Wi-Fi cord thing. All right. Hopefully that will get better. No! Dog's attacking my paper towel. Stop it. All right, we're back. Sorry. I wanted to make sure the internet was better. Let me see if it is. Let's see. Hold on. Gonna. All right.
I'd get a gun, I'd blow its head off. But I wouldn't feed it antifreeze. Come in here and kill one of my Pekingese, I'd get a gun, I'd blow its head off. But I wouldn't feed it antifreeze.
I can understand that, and I agree. There's humane ways to do things. There's country ways to do things. There's humane country ways to do things. That was like, for instance, we were talking about LB. She kind of made more of a more of a presence during the whole David Janelle Eason thing when he shot the dog Nugget. At the time, I got it. Everyone was so up in arms over it, but I'm sitting here thinking, y'all know that everyone in the country does that, right? Like, if they need to take out their dog, they're not taking it to the vet. They're just going to take it out back and shoot it, right? Like, so does that make it the best thing to do? No, it's not the most humane thing to do, but there's humane country, like what she said. If a dog comes up and kills your animals, you're going to shoot it or shoot at it. Not feed it chemicals. That's just, I mean, in the end, she did do the humane thing and did shoot the dogs, I believe. If, let's say this is, again, a Mother Hubbard story. Mother Hubbard got real crazy one day. One of the kids' cats got killed by some dogs. She fed it antifreeze. One of them succumbed to the antifreeze. One did not. So they put it out of its misery. But that is... It's been so long now that I don't even feel like I was told that's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, you know what? I don't know. I smoke too much weed. I'm not going to be, I wouldn't go to court and testify under oath on it because I smoke too much weed. God knows what the fuck I saw. Like, I also, no.
So, bitch, that
Well, I mean, she's, right. I just don't want to fight with people.
paperwork don't mean nothing. Show it. If any of you motherfuckers have got enough sense to read, which I doubt.
It's evil.
And every damn thing else.
There's less evil ways to handle that shit.
And all of a sudden she didn't kill the dogs again.
She killed the dog. She killed the dog.
Because I know she did.
Yes, she did. How do you know she didn't? Miss Psychic Black Wonder.
Come on.
I mean, yeah, how do you know she didn't? That's where it's like, why she always talk like she knows everything? How do you know? You weren't there. You weren't friends with her back then or anything like that. Like, I guess by law, like, she wasn't convicted of killing the dogs. Is that what you mean? Like, on paper, the case was dropped, so she didn't kill the dogs. Is that what you mean? I mean, are you speaking like technical like that?
Stop. This like she's running around telling people, oh, you're a poodle kicker. Okay.
Yeah, you're a poodle kicker.
That's what I'm going to kick your cat and I'm going to kick you.
Yeah. Jewel Sorzine videos. Yep, I remember those. Went to her Facebook.
She went to her mother's face.
Hey, everybody, go look on my community page. I got a picture of a scammer putting her fake bangs in. That fucking cunt, Heidi the Gap, was friends with antifreeze up until some old woman, I don't know who she fucking was, gave them both money, and the woman chose antifreeze. And if I had to choose between the two animal fucking abusers, I would pick antifreeze over the Gap because she was justified. If those dogs came on her porch and ripped that kitten out of that girl's arms or killed the kitten at all, she was just
Okay, that part of the story, I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything. Or that part of the story is not true. Okay, so it didn't rip the cat out of the goddamn girl's arms. The cat ran like a cat does out in the dog's yard, went into the dog's yard, and the dogs killed it. So it was 50-50. The dogs did not run up on her property. The cat ran into their property, and the dogs killed the cat. From what I remember.
justified. All the Gap did was leave a fucking dog in a crate.
That's just, circle of life and all that shit. Like, the cat ran up in the wrong yard. Unfortunately, there was dogs there that took it out. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's what I meant. It was like 50-50. Like, whose fault it was. It was nature's fault. Okay.
crate for 12 hours and then get mad because it pissed on the floor. I wish somebody put you in a crate forever. You lying piece of shit. You told the story yourself. It wasn't a goddamn joke. Antifreeze told the story herself to Amzie, the whole story. I don't give a fuck about the paperwork. Show it, Gap. Show that fucking paperwork. And all it'll show is that the neighbors didn't prosecute her. That's all it shows. It doesn't show that it didn't happen. And while you're at it, while you're sticking up.
Well, I think that like the fact that neighbors, if there's paperwork out there, which I haven't ever looked up or seen, but if there is, then that kind of proves that something happened. You know what I'm saying?
For this wonderful antifreeze, why don't you ask her what her black cat that she named Kevin, why don't you ask her what that cat's name was before she named it Kevin?
Pepper, I think.
Amzie's got the tape of her saying it, but the word starts with an N and ends with an R. That's what that cat's name was. And you got the nerve to call me a racist, you son of a bitch, scammer. The only racist thing you ever seen about me was that fucking gay.
Did she call it that? I can't remember. I think she did, but she said it was like a very like hard A. I can't remember. I don't remember that. I just remember that she named it Kevin because that to her that was a black guy's name. It was a black cat. That's all I knew about the cat. Just saying. And I think my chat has frozen or the live has frozen. I don't know what's going on. Or no one's chatting something.
That belongs to the Scorpions, not me. You're both pieces of shit. You're both liars. You've both done everything to everybody. Go kick some cats. I'd be bragging about that shit, you Gap motherfucker. Nobody that I know thinks it's funny to be cruel to animals. And just because I hate you and I hate Scammer, actually I hate all the bottom feeders, I wouldn't go take it out on your animals or your kids. I would take it out on you. I wouldn't go through Facebook. I wouldn't look up your dead parents. I wouldn't look up your family. I would take it out on you because you're the ones that deserve it. Now we're going to go to another clip where they justify their vile fucking behavior or try to.
Oh my God. Just another troll. That was a joke that I said on Amber's panel.
Was that a joke, Heidi? Because I was in there and there were several other people in that chat and you weren't joking. You were not joking and nobody in there thinks it's a joke to talk about kicking a poodle into the wall. Nobody that I know thinks that's a fucking joke. So you got your own little humor, you and Antifreeze, and now I get Scamber sitting there laughing, thinking it's a big joke. Well, you're going to hear some more disgusting shit. Because I'm going to tell you, these are two of the most disgusting motherfuckers on YouTube. Heidi wants to be white so goddamn bad she can't stand it. She wants to be white just like Eric Foss and FBS the Sack Whore want to be black. I'm happy being white. I have very, very good genes because you fucking women don't look as good as me. Show your face. Oh, Gap. I got a picture. I got a screenshot of your fucking face and Chicago Muscle showed it. You are pathetic. And show your face, Amber. You spent thousands of dollars on fucking plastic surgery. You fucking cunt.
Potty train with Loki. Her German Shepherd was being difficult to potty train. So
you're a liar, Heidi. She did not have Loki when you told the fucking poodle kicking story, you stupid lying bitch. It was way back the first or second show you were talking about Darlie Latier. Amber did not get Loki till she moved to Colorado. Months after you told this fucking story. Months after I quit talking to either one of you. So you're a fucking liar and you're lying right now because nobody was talking about dogs when you brought that shit up. You were supposed to be talking about Darlie Latier, but neither one of you knew a goddamn thing about that case I was having to tell you in the chat. The facts of that. That's why neither one of you can do true crime because you're both idiots.
But, yeah, I don't appreciate any of their true crime, to be quite frank. It's never good. Like, when I did true crime, I put a lot of effort into that shit, and I didn't sit here and need to discuss it with anybody. Right? Yeah, my internet's been in and out.
It was a fucking joke. So what if I kick the poodle? It's a fucking joke, people. Yeah, I'm her meth head friend. What are you gonna do about it, bitch? Call cops.
But I just, and Jen don't remember, so I said, Jen, you started, because Axel had to remind me. I said, she damn sure did. Yeah, that. But anyway, I just, I just don't, I'm just waiting for the.
No, I just know it was a joke.
Yeah, waiting. We're waiting on other meetings over here. Yep. Wait.
Now you're gonna be waiting, you lying piece of black bitch shit. Want to be white? You don't even go in the black community because they won't fucking have you. You kicked the goddamn dog. It wasn't a fucking joke. It never was. And Terryland gave the goddamn dogs antifreeze that came out of her own fucking mouth. I don't give a shit what Jewel says. She changes her goddamn mind when the wind blows. She likes somebody one day and the next day she don't. So who the fuck cares what she says? And let me tell you something else about Baby from Virginia, you motherfuckers. I set that bitch up. I set her up. I let her get on the phone. She don't know a goddamn thing about Virginia, but you know what she does know? She sounds exactly like Minnie. Exactly, because I talk to Minnie every day for a year. That bitch is Minnie. She came into my chat and ran her mouth and said, oh, I can prove that I'm not. Well, prove it then, baby. Show your goddamn face. I already know what that dyke Minnie looks like, and I know what her dyke girlfriend looks like. But unlike you motherfuckers, I ain't gonna...
God damn it, Terry time. You're gonna get me in fucking trouble, man. My eyes got bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm like, she did kick the dog and then throw it out of the house. Did she kick the dog and then throw it out of the house? I never heard the original story. I never heard the original story either. I just heard she kicked the dog. I didn't ever hear why. But I mean, if you have a dog in a crate for 12 hours, what did you expect her to do? Did you expect her to defecate in her like bed? Because dogs don't typically shit or piss where they sleep. I mean, you might, but dogs don't usually do that. Just saying.
The show. But, baby, you are Minnie until you prove.
And that was towards Heidi Black, not Terry Time or Lindsay, just FYI. Because she's the one that's supposed to kick the dog after keeping it. Like, once it comes out of a kennel, that's the first thing it's going to do. So either take it outside or have pee pads down, like, and hopefully it's trained to use the pads. So, which, by the way, my house now only has one pad down at a time. We have reduced it to that. Go, Lola.
Prove it, like you said you could. Fucking lying cunt. You didn't know I was listening on the phone. I set you up. Hi, Maddie. Maddie, she admitted to kicking the... Yeah, she admitted to it. She told the story. You want me to play it for you again? I'll play it for you again. She's a goddamn dog abuser. And she thought it was a joke.
Oh, my God. Justin,
Let you hear this wonderful Heidi Black. Bitch didn't know I had all this shit, did you? Fucking cunt. Don't fool with me. They think it's funny.
Now all of a sudden Terry Lynn didn't kill them dogs.
Yeah, Terry Lynn killed them dogs, and you kicked the poodle.
Everybody had the recording of it. Yeah. Terry Lynn, you killed those dogs.
Yeah, she killed the dogs, and you kicked the
She didn't
poodle.
say that. I told Terry Lynn. Terry Lynn went and got that paperwork. I said, post it on your computer.
You know what the paperwork was, Maddie? Terry Lynn told the story of giving the dogs antifreeze because they killed one of her kids' cats or something. The neighbor's dogs. She gave them antifreeze. She told the story her fucking self, just like Heidi told the story about kicking the poodle. The paperwork only says that the neighbors filed charges on Terry Lynn, and they did not show up at court, so the case was dismissed. It doesn't mean it didn't happen. She told the story her fucking self. This bitch, Heidi, kicked the poodle because she was trying to train it, and it...
Then when she became friends with Terry Lynn, oh, we were just joking after she done dug it.
She's talking about Jules now, not me, because I don't make up with people.
You know, and all of a sudden she didn't kill the dogs again. I knew she didn't kill the dogs.
Oh, you didn't know nothing, you fucking cunt.
Because I know she didn't. Even
No, you didn't know she didn't.
I knew she didn't kill those damn dogs.
Yeah, you kicked that poodle out, didn't you, bitch?
She's right around telling people, oh, you're a poodle kicker. Okay.
You're a poodle kicker.
That's what I did. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kick your cat and I'm going to kick you. Oh, fuck.
There she goes. Please tell me, any animal lovers in here, if you were mad at me, and probably all of you are, and frankly, I don't give a fuck. I'm 74, and Jules, you're wrong. You don't have to wait to get my age to not give a fuck. Guess what? When I was 20, I didn't give a fuck either.
That's fucking true. Because I don't give a fuck. I feel like it might grow or it might. I think it either gets more given, less fuck. You know what I mean? I love her glasses too. What's up? We are watching Terry Time. I don't know if she was pro Jen right now. But did she even? Okay, so where did HB say that she kicked the poodle? She said, "I did one time, and I'm gonna kick your cats, and then you." Is that what she said? Because that's what I heard. And I'm not playing it again. So hopefully that's what I don't.
Well, I've been married
I
6
don't-
fucking times because I never gave a fuck what people thought. Never. And I never called a cop, and I never did anything I'm fucking ashamed of or regret like you goddamn bottom feeders. Do you think if somebody was mad at me, they would come and kill Presley or Hyena or any of my precious? Make me be real about that. So this fucking bitch, this wannabe thug, hood rat, Heidi, gonna go kick Jules's cats, and then she ain't got the fucking nerve to walk up the goddamn stairs. She's a piece of shit. I heard her tell the story about the poodle. There was nothing funny about it, especially for the poodle. We're not done.
For here. Yep. Wait. Mm-hmm.
And I had a miniature poodle, okay? So if I would have did all of that, kick the dog into a wall, I would have broken every bone in that dog's body.
And this is the main part of this. She don't know what happened to the poodle. She admitted that it ran out the door and she never saw it again. You can judge that by yourself. This bitch is admitting to kicking a poodle into the wall, and she said it was a joke. I cannot stand fucking animal abuse. I despise it. And I despise the people that do it. And I despise somebody like her. She weaseled around over there at Angel. She tried to get an Angel show. She was so goddamn pathetic that Angel put one of her questions up on the screen and she had to run. Who the fuck wants to be in that motherfucker's show? She is so desperate to get in, to fit in. The poodle kicker is going to stay with her as long as I'm alive. As long as I'm alive. And antifreeze, you told the story of giving those neighbors' dogs antifreeze, and there's no paperwork saying you didn't. The only paperwork said that they did not show up to court. The neighbors didn't. But if I had to pick between these two animal abusers, I would pick antifreeze, because if somebody come in my yard and killed one of my precious Pekingese, I would kill it. I wouldn't torture it with antifreeze. I'd just blow its head off.
That shit was crazy. I'm like, I said, we did realize I was talking about my miniature poodle because that's the only dog.
Again, if something ran up in my yard or in my house, let's say, and killed one of my animals, then I would probably want to do it the humane way, to be honest. But if I lived in the middle of the country, then I probably would shoot at it. Because the country is different. When I lived in Alabama, dogs would just run up on your fucking yard and try to attack your own animals. Like, if you didn't have a fence, a lot of the yards were all like one big fucking yard. So like there weren't fences sometimes, and like yard dogs would just kind of run up on, like, we had a puppy one time, and we didn't shoot the dog, but I knew people that did shoot at the dogs. It was usually like BB guns and stuff, but still, like, I don't believe you should do that either, because that can really hurt an animal. But that's what they would do in the country, because animals would just run up on their fucking lawn. I don't think anything's going to run up in my apartment, but if, say, it did, I would definitely protect my animals. Now, if you have a cat, it gets out and it ends up in a neighbor's yard, that's a different story, but, again, whatever.
Okay.
Moving on.
Oh my God, that shit was crazy. I was like, wait a minute, I'm a poodle kicker? I said,
Yeah, you're a poodle kicker. You got poodle hair too. What about that?
I love to call out everybody else and call them little names and stuff, but she's not a horrible person. But I know I like to run over squirrels, though. I love to run over.
There she is, running over squirrels. She loves to run over squirrels.
Y'all, I have a confession.
This is Scamber. Confess.
Yep. Wait. Mm-hmm. Wait.
But I know I like to run over squirrels, though. I love to run over squirrels.
Y'all, I have a confession.
These are the two great fucking people on Trashy Responses with Scamber. And here's another little thing of these great animal advocates.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Okay.
Who is Yolanda? Yolanda is a taxidermy squirrel that I bought off of eBay, I believe.
It was eBay.
Okay, yeah. And
Yeah.
Okay, you also, Scamber, bought Ski Mask. You also bought him for $2,000. You also bought Ski Mask. You also had ads. I don't care about you being a fucking prostitute. Hell, I fucked and sucked my way across the United States in every truck stop within a 1,000-mile radius. That ain't nothing to be ashamed of. But this fucking constant talk about killing squirrels and rabbits and kicking cats and dogs when there's two known. I don't know if Scamber ever was mean to her dog, but I know she had these big visions of breeding it, and it never bred, and I don't know what happened to the dog. I have no idea. The dog disappeared, much like the poodle did.
That's right. I've been wondering that. What happened to the German Shepherd? Does she still have it?
Oh Lord, for the channel because Jewel DeVille loved to feed the squirrels. So I got it because it was one way. And she said, "Oh my god, I ever got a pet squirrel."
Hey, Sessa, good to see you. So I don't have a pew pew because I would use it. Right? Fuck. Seriously.
Yeah, I just got a dead squirrel in her house. I'm saying, people eat squirrels. People in the South eat squirrels. Do you not realize people eat squirrels?
She probably has done videos, Days. We just ain't got a hold of them. Those are two of the most vile motherfuckers that they can stick
True,
up.
but
Heidi was
like, why are you always talking about eating squirrels? I don't know. I mean, ugh.
best friends with antifreeze like this. Best friends. Going on trips on this other lady's money, an older lady that had a lot of money. They were both taking that woman for every fucking dime they could get. Well, when some private DMs got leaked out, they split. And the lady with the money picked antifreeze over the poodle kicker. That's why they're mad at each other. That's why they're mad at each other now. Because one got the old lady with the money and the other one didn't. And now they're after Jules. So good luck with that. She loves it. She thrives on it. So does Jen. And now Maria, who I had a little hope for, has gone down the Jen Bailey path too, just like you fucking mob son of a bitches. And I'm not talking about MRE or Maddie or any of that bunch. I'm talking about FBS, the fucking sack whore, and Joey fucking Dimes, all using Pizza's content continuously. That's the only goddamn content they've ever had. And Miss Cunt smells wrong. How's my eye looking today? Is it looking like a Popeye today, you piece of shit? I just about got you narrowed down, bitch. Can't wait to put your picture out. It better be fucking beautiful. And you better be beautiful. Hillbilly, redneck, Miss Hunt smells wrong. I'm coming for you. I will add you every day. And BB from Virginia, you piece of shit. You prove you're not many. Because I don't give a fuck what Jewel says. I don't give a fuck about her. She flips and flops. One day she did go on Facebook and find all the shit about the dogs and shit. But the paperwork never said it didn't happen. Antifreeze has never said it didn't happen. I don't know how that goddamn poodle kicker knows for sure it never happened. Anyway,
True.
What else was I gonna do?
I don't.
I really just wanted to clear the two dog abusers. If you bitch about Pizza abusing his dog, at least Leon is alive. There's no evidence that the poodle's alive. For sure, the two neighbors' dogs are dead. So at least Pizza has that much going for him. Leon is still alive. And if he was around either one of these two, they'd have probably already put him in the fucking ground because they think it's a joke. They're laughing. They'll think it's a joke to go to Jews. Why don't you motherfuckers come here and try to do something to one of my dogs, you motherfuckers? Just try it. Just try to touch a hair on one of my.
She grabs that mean motherfucker. She just touches him. He starts. Like, and if anyone ain't got the pop bag of fucking, like, what's her name? Fucking supercalifragilis lady. Like, she's got Mary Poppins fucking prop bag. She just pulls that dog out, like, right on fucking cue. That was awesome, man. I don't care if TL did it or not. An animal came and one of mine, I would do whatever to defend my animals. Yeah, essentially, yes. Again, even and like I said, even if the animal goes onto the other animal's property, I mean, you're gonna feel some sort of way if an animal kills your animal. Does it make it a little bit more 50-50 on the animals? Kinda, but yeah, exactly. Wow. Did you okay.
My dog's heads. Right, baby? Be the last fucking thing they ever did. Making jokes about abusing animals is sick. And the people that think it's funny are sick. And the people that harass and badger and copy mentally ill people like Jen Bailey, they're sick. And the people that watch it are sick. That's why I will never, never, never do anything to Jen. I don't want to fuck with her. I'll never talk to her again. But she's mentally ill, and all these motherfuckers know it. And they may be mentally
ill? Like, what do you mean? She's not mentally ill like a fucking special needs person. Like, everyone else has their own strides and struggles. She is not special. Just because she's stupid doesn't mean that she deserves, like, any sort of special fucking treatment. Okay? Like, even someone let's say someone is special needs. Like, say someone is special needs. They're still a human like anyone else. So if they come on the internet and they start telling people this and that and lying on people, people have a right to defend themselves. Like, you can't just use your ailments and your disorders and disabilities as a reason to not, like, to excuse being an asshole. I have in plenty of times said that, like, I pop off. I have a, what is it called? Jesus Christ. Impulsivity control issues that stem from ADHD, which definitely has a lot to do with when someone fucking texts me out of the blue stupidly when they were just in a very vile chat that was diminishing my friend's deaths, and they asked me what the fuck I'm talking shit about them. My impulsivity control issues I've gotten under wraps for the most part, but you are going to sometimes catch me where I'm going to tell you I'm going to catch you and do XYZ if I do. So you might want to stop mentioning me, better stop messaging me, is what I usually say. By the way, there was a throwaway number and I don't even have the app anymore. So, like, that's how much I didn't want to hear back from you. So I don't know if you blocked me or responded to anything, but I blocked you and I deleted the app. So I have you blocked on my main number. I have no desire to talk to you. And I learned my lesson. I don't care who dies next time. I think actually, as far as like anyone else in the community, I don't think we have any mutual friends anymore. I think that was about it. So if Terry Time passed away, let's say, I would not be contacting Jen because I wouldn't need to. The internet would all contact each other about that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have any mutual friends that I feel like I would feel the need to have to tell her someone passed away. Not saying Terry Time's going to pass away. I'm just saying, like, anyone were to pass away, I don't feel I would ever have the need to tell Jen anyways. But, you know, the thing is like, why does everyone walk on eggshells with Jen? Jen is attacking and letting everyone, poor Jen. Yeah, no, Jen is not a victim. You've been around since Jen. Jen knows what she's doing. She's very strategically playing dumb as well as she is dumb. So, you know, we're all kind of fucked up and crazy in our own sense. So it's like, Jen doesn't get a pass. I'm sorry. She doesn't. She doesn't. So, like, do I need to play her content every fucking day? I can't. Okay. And I believe anyone that can, for the sake of entertainment, to show people what she's really saying, because people don't always listen to her, like i.e. Jules, like, the more like I feel for, like, that's God, that's work. Like, she is making money because she is doing work. Like, I can't do that kind of work. I'd rather go get yelled at for fucking 10 hours a day than sit there and listen to Jen Bailey. Now, it's kind of 50-50 at this point because I took it for like a half a year, but like, exactly. Jen puts all her shit online and then she gets mad that people talk about it or criticize her or anything about it. And it's like, everything that people know about you is what you have put on the internet. No one has stalked you. No one has dug into your real life. Nothing of that matter. Okay. And also, social media is all social media, and that includes YouTube, Facebook, IG, TikTok, all of that is all social media. All of those pages, I mean, technically, if you unlist a video, make it private on YouTube as well, have the ability to have private videos, private content, private pages. If you don't have your shit locked down and it's public, that doesn't make someone a stalker for looking at it. It's a public open page for the entire internet to look at. So I think it's pretty rich to be telling people that are looking up people's Facebooks, if they're able to look up things on someone's Facebook, that's that person's fault. Like, they decided to have a public page. So now people are reacting to your public information or have mentioned public things. I have had Facebook this entire time. This one social media that I've kept away from YouTube. In 6 years, I've never had anyone breach my Facebook or anything like that. Maybe once, I think I had someone share something and I was like, I knew exactly who it was and got rid of them because very limited people that I add onto my Facebook. Okay, but it's 98% high school people and stuff, and it's private as fuck. So it's not like, I mean, you can't find my friends list, you can't find shit. So, like, that's, and you know, if it wasn't, then that'd be on me. It's very simple. So, you know, make your shit private, keep your life private, and people wouldn't be discussing it. And hey, babe, what's up, Chris? I saw you come in, but I was like on a rant. Hold on a second. Is that the real Chris? I can't tell half the time. I need to go. Hold on. I still have Backstreet Boys stuck in my head. I'm surprised her ass didn't go live. That's actually surprising. It's funny because Jen takes a break and she takes a break for 24 hours. And oh, well, Jen took. I literally went into Jules one morning, like, barely was in the chat. And I don't. Can females simp for other females? I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a thing? So I didn't know I can simp. I am still live, William. Why do you keep coming in here on your regular account? Can't you just get a fucking sock account and pretend like it's not you? Damn. There's people in the hive that don't want you around that are my friends who have been very welcoming to me. And I'm not going to feel them. I'm not going to put them behind someone that is deliberately not respecting people's boundaries. William, just make an account and don't be obvious. Don't do it right this second because that's stupid. Help me get my IG back. Ugh. There, you don't. Okay, we'll talk on the phone. Because I know, like, I lost an IG and it was just a matter of, like, you have to really, like, contact them and fight for it. And I didn't do any of that. So it's just a matter of, like, blowing them up. But you're going to get a lot of bot responses before you actually get a person. Wait, what? Jen was live. It ended because she realized she was live when Amber was live. Oh, Jen was live. Let's hear what she had to say. Sorry, we're at 24 minutes terror time. You've made a great point. I put the link in the chat. Y'all go finish it out. Got 10 more minutes of that. Bear with me 2 minutes. Let's see. Bear with me 1 second. God damn it. Music's hard to pick. Here, we're going to play some Jizz Belly so she can bite me.
You
should've known better to fuck with someone like me. Yo, forever and ever you're gonna wish I was your wifey. Don't act so innocent, this was no accident. You planned this in the end and now it's over. Say what you wanna say, you lied and I got played. You threw it all away and now it's over. Just face it, we didn't make it. You bit off more than you could chew, can you taste it? Oh, you should've known better to fuck with someone like me. Oh, forever and ever you're gonna wish I was your wifey. Should've held on, should've treated me right. I gave you one chance, you don't get it twice. Oh, and we'll be together never, so baby you can bite me. Don't hold your breath, cause you're still choking on your words. Those things you said might be the last ones that I heard. So come pick up your clothes from the front yard, sprinklers on, burn the rest in the backyard. Should've had the guts just to say goodbye. Now you're gonna have regrets for the rest of your life. Just face it, we didn't make it. You bit off more than you could chew, can you taste it? You should've known better to fuck with someone like me. Forever and ever you're gonna wish I was your wifey. Should've held on, should've treated me right. I gave you one chance, you don't get it twice. And we'll be together never, so baby you can bite me. I bet you taste me on the tip of your tongue, tip of your tongue, tip of your tongue. I fell fast when I know I should've run, no.
Hours. Terry Time did a community post about Jen ending her life for Amber. No, you can't go live on YouTube and then cry when people replay you. That's weird. That's weird. But anyways, I'm going to get out and run some errands and do some stuff today since I have some time to do it. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'm sure I will see y'all on the flip side. But yeah, that's all I have to say. You guys have a great day. Love you. Bye-bye.